You're not going to believe what Apple just did. Their newest AI update isn't just a software tweak, it's a full-blown tech revolution. And guess who's already moving millions behind the scenes? Tiger Global. The second Apple's announcement hit, Wall Street went crazy, and Tiger Global started buying. Let's break down what just happened. At Apple's latest event, they unveiled what they're calling Apple Intelligence, a next-generation AI layer that's going straight into iPhones, Macs, and iPads. We're talking about real-time on-device AI that can summarize messages, generate images, create content, and even automate daily routines without ever needing the cloud. It's not just Siri 2.0, it's Apple quietly merging your hardware, data, and intelligence into one closed-loop ecosystem. And that's exactly the kind of move that makes hedge funds like Tiger Global salivate. Here's why this matters. Up until now, Apple wasn't really in the AI race. OpenAI had ChatGPT, Google had Gemini, Meta had LLAMA, but Apple stayed silent until now. And in typical Apple fashion, they didn't just join the race, they redefined it. Instead of competing on raw power, Apple focused on privacy and integration. Their AI runs on the device, not the cloud. That means faster responses, no data leaks, and total security. And in a world terrified of data surveillance, that's a game changer. Now, Tiger Global saw this coming weeks before the announcement. Their AI-driven system, the Pulse, started flagging early supply chain signals. New chip orders from TSMC, Apple's sudden hiring spree in on-device machine learning, and subtle shifts in their App Store documentation. They connected the dots before the world did, and they started building a position early. So when Apple made it official, Tiger Global was already holding a massive call option position on Apple and a handful of related companies. And the second the keynote ended, they doubled down. Because here's the thing, this isn't just another software update. This is the start of the AI hardware boom. Apple's move means every other tech company has to catch up. It's not enough to have AI in the cloud anymore. People want it in their hands, on their phones, in their homes, in their cars. And guess what? That's going to unleash an entirely new wave of demand for chips, sensors, and microcontrollers, the kind of stuff Tiger Global's been quietly buying for months. They've been increasing exposure to suppliers like Broadcom, NXP, and Qualcomm, all companies that feed Apple's supply chain. Because while everyone else buys Apple stock after the announcement, Tiger Global's buying the companies behind Apple's AI update. Smart, right? But they didn't stop there. They also started picking up new stakes in edge AI infrastructure, firms building chips for local AI processing, as well as startups focused on low-power neural networks. Because if Apple's move takes off, the future isn't massive data centers, it's millions of small AI chips running everywhere. And get this, Tiger Global also boosted positions in cloud competitors. Yeah, you heard that right. They're hedging. Because they know when Apple goes in one direction, others will go the opposite. If Apple's betting on on-device AI, then companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and Nvidia will push even harder into the cloud to compete. And Tiger's got money on both sides of that battle. That's how they play. They don't bet on winners, they bet on inevitabilities. Now, Wall Street's reaction was pure chaos. The second the announcement hit, Apple's stock spiked. Analysts scrambled to rewrite their AI theses, and hedge funds everywhere started shifting their portfolios. But Tiger Global? They were already sitting pretty, positioned before the news broke, already profiting while the rest of the street was still trying to understand what just happened. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This update isn't just about devices, it's about the ecosystem. Apple's AI will connect seamlessly across all its products. Your iPhone learns your writing tone, your Mac finishes your emails, your AirPods adapt to your environment. Everything syncs, and the data never leaves your device. That's not just smart, that's sticky. It means Apple's moat just got 10 times deeper. Once users get used to having personal AI that understands them across every product, there's no leaving. Tiger Global knows that. That's why they're not just buying Apple. They're buying everything that plugs into that ecosystem. Accessory makers, audio chip designers, even AI-powered app developers that will use Apple's new APIs to build next-gen tools. This is the next gold rush, and Tiger Global's holding the shovels. Now, some people say Apple's late to the AI game, but if you've followed Apple for long enough, you know they're never first, they're best. They wait until everyone else makes mistakes, then they perfect the experience, and Tiger Global's betting that history repeats itself. Just like the iPod, the iPhone, the App Store, and the Apple Watch, this AI update could redefine what consumers expect from technology. And when that happens, Apple's ecosystem doesn't just grow, it locks in another generation of users. So yeah, Wall Street's losing it. Because what Apple just did wasn't a feature drop, it was a strategic nuke. And Tiger Global's already cashing in. They're not guessing. They're tracking every signal. They saw the chip orders, the developer documentation, the hiring spree. They followed the data, and now they're riding the wave. It's classic Tiger Global, fast, precise, and ruthless. So what do you think? Is Apple about to redefine AI the same way they redefined the smartphone? Or is this just another hype cycle that will fade when the next big model drops? Because if Tiger Global's right, and they usually are, then this update isn't just about Apple, it's about the next chapter of human technology. One where your phone doesn't just connect you to the world, it understands you. And if that's the future, well, Tiger Global just bought a front row seat.